But we're going to transition right now into On Tour. So this is On Tour. It's a roll and write game. For those who missed when I explained it on my top 45, this you're kind of plotting out, you're kind of a band manager, or you're part of a band or a musical group. You're plotting out your tour across the U.S. and so there's going to be different things, and I'll explain a little bit as we go through. I won't do the tutorial. But we're gonna hit play. As a side note, if you have the On Tour app at any point, there is also a code that will generate at the end of the game. If you want to try out the exact same games and see how well you can plot those together, feel free to do so at the end of it. I would love to see how people fare with the same combinations and everything. But we're gonna hit play. We're gonna get right to it, and of course, if people will just want to hang out in the chat, ask questions, you feel free to do so. Perfect. So we're getting the basics set up. So at the beginning of the game, you have the 2 dice that are, and when you roll the dice, you take the 2 numbers. So for example, you'll see the 4 and the 8. You'll create the 84 and the 48, and you're going to be trying to organize these from lowest to highest. And on top of that, you see the cards on the left-hand side of the screen, which will determine both which areas you can place them, and if you want to go for special points, which state would be, you can place them in as well. And so we're just going to play a couple rounds of this, and we'll kind of talk, just kind of hang out, chill for a little bit. And so of course we did the intro of the game here. They've already set it up. They did 2 rounds where they just took the 2 numbers and placed them on 2 states. Now we got to see how we can deal with this. So I'm taking a look at the board. I actually really like this setup. I think we can utilize, so you'll see they're highlighted here. I think we'll put the 84 here just because it's a nice centralized location. It still is directly connected, but I can still move around a little bit. And then the 48, I think I'm gonna go here for the top. You would kind of move up and then kind of come back down around and into that area. Maybe we can circle around a couple of states here, but we'll move on to the next one here. Okay, 47 and 74. I think similarly, I'll put 74 here because it still allows me to potentially deviate. 47, I think I have to put it right by 48. I don't think I can afford not to. Oh, 49. Let's just keep that going there. And then 94, I guess because it's like right by 96, and there's that special, you get extra points. I should say if you can specifically put the numbers into those states, you do get bonus points for that as well. So yeah, so you can kind of see, and if you ever want, like I'm doing, you tap the little markers as far as where you would like to go, or just to give you a visualization. So right now the current path is here. I did put the 94 there, hoping to maybe get another connecting path to go around. And then of course right now we're looking at this right there. So right now that's my path. Each path that doesn't have that circle around, if it doesn't have it, it's 1 point. If it does, it's 2 points. So looking good so far for a start. Okay, this gets very interesting. I could try to go for, see, because of the cards that were pulled, I can't put any in that northeast side here. I could try to go here for 53 in Colorado. That would mean there would be a good amount of luck as well. The other option is 35, but I would almost prefer to have it either like here or here, maybe get a couple extra points. Let's see. There. I think I'll put 35 here. And then 53, do I put it somewhere here or do I... Do I just throw it away and hope for a better roll here? Because I almost want to keep that open a little bit. I'm going to just kind of move it out to the side. What's a good neutral location? I think here is probably the best, just to kind of move it out to the side. We'll see what happens. This is not much better. Come on. So if I put 45 here, we'll switch the path there. That's kind of the current path that way. And then 54 is just going to have to be thrown away again. 37, 73. So 73 I could probably move right here. And 37. If I can connect that 28 and 35, that'd be ideal. $75. And so here again, because I was able to place the 74 in a more central location, I can do this. Move 75 there. This is actually, normally when I play this game, it normally never goes this well. So I am actually a little shocked that I'm doing, halfway decent. Now 57, I could place it in Colorado and just not worry about the 35 and 37. Because assuming I get any lower numbers than 28, like I want those to be more on the south side here. Or do I just go for it and just not worry about some of those lower numbers? I think I have to, just in case, because there's going to be a high chance that a lower number gets rolled here. Oh, so here's an interesting thing that I did not mention. If you roll two numbers on the same thing, it is a wild, meaning you can place it wherever you want. And I'm going to place that wild here just because it will give me 2 points as well. I'm going to take a risk, go for the double points, and then that way. So it all connects now. And actually this works out fairly well because 58 I can put up top here, get even more points. This is a much better game than like what I normally do. 85 I would have liked to have had it north of 84, but just in case, I'll put it here. 82. This is where I would have. Oh, except that's 84. And I put 85 in the spot where I would have. Oh no, this is actually. And this is where it starts to get tricky as the game moves in. Now I can put 28 here and have it connect if there's two numbers of the same. If you have two of the same numbers, it still counts because it's not lower, so you can still connect those together. 82, I think I'm just gonna pair off with the other 82 that's out there as well. 69 and 96. I'm gonna put 69 here, just because then I can connect it this way instead. 96, I can have a further extension beside that other 96 there. There we go. And another 94. Actually, this works out very perfect. Oh, there is a spot for 2 right there. No, I can't be too greedy here. Or we'll take the 94 there. Just quickly. I really like that. It's a small thing, but it's a very unique or a very neat thing to include, that idea that you can plot out the path as you're building it. I like that in this game. Oh, come on. I needed that 9, but I needed it closer to the 28. Because there's no way I'm going to connect it. The 90 will go here. Nine's there. Boom. 29 and 92. Oh, I can still make it work with the 92. This is working out very well, actually. So as I'm playing this, I know there might be some people in the chat. I want to know, what are your thoughts on roll and write games? Have you played roll and write games? Are there any that are your favorites? Let me know as I'm kind of playing this out here. 97 put right by 96 for the extra points. Oh, again, I did a really terrible job putting that 85 right there. This is not. That's really messing this up. I could have gotten a couple more points. Hat Chowder, I don't play many roll and write games. That is actually fair. I normally don't either. This year was kind of like my introduction to it. But There's this one and the other one I mentioned with twice as clever. And I think the thing I like about it the most is just the fact that I can play this as I'm like watching TV or like waiting for 5 minutes. You know, it's a very lightweight, something you can kind of just puzzle out. Uh, yeah, I think that's kind of the appeal for myself, anyways. Yeah, I would recommend, even if it's not, because again, I like games with lots of theme and immersion. But yeah, even if you want to check it out, like it's a lot of fun. I think it's neat. There's definitely an overabundance of them, so you don't need to get like every roll in right. Even having two like a on tour and that like twice as clever. Like I get their different feels, but you don't need either of them. But it's still good. I still very much enjoy it. Uh, it is getting tough though as I'm planning it out. I'm hoping for one number that connects the four right here where what is that state? New Mexico. That can connect between like from that four to the wild spot. But that could be very difficult. I can play the 95 here and still get more points because there's a small little bit of path right there. Oh, but then that means I have to put my 59 there. It's worth it. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get it. 23. Oh, and I would have gotten it. Ah, that's okay. Um, we're gonna hope for one more number, either between 95 or 96. So here you go. Nah, quite the opposite. And calculating. Let's see what the final score is. 1920. Oh, and as it scores, oh, that was a lot. So literally, where we were going, it's taking that same route, but that was a little bit less than I had thought it was. But it was still, nonetheless, a really good round. So 34. If you are watching this, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube, if you have the app or if you want to download the app, it's a small cost, but it's a good game. I would recommend it. You'll see the code at the bottom of the thing right there, the AEBFEIBH. You can challenge yourself. See how you fare. Let me know what happens if that's something that you end up doing.